Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shanna Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology, and instructional coach for my district.
And I'm her producer and husband, Fuzz Martin. Do you know why the teacher brought a ladder to their computer?
No, why?
Because they heard their data was stored in the cloud.
Wow.
They're getting really good, guys. They're getting good.
Amazing.
Actually, I used some AI today to write that joke, and it was very funny. Thank you for allowing me to use AI to write my joke.
My goodness.
I feel like I have a robot voice that I could have used for that.
I'm sure there's a button somewhere that you can push to make you sound robotic-like.
Probably.
That was a little creepy.
Yeah.
So it's episode 159.
Episode 159.
Oh, that's fun. So
Yep.
many buttons. So many buttons. And we are going to talk a little bit about AI this week. Actually, I feel like this is probably going to be a two-parter because I have learned over the years and seasons of the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast that while I want to throw 1,500 websites at you at once,
Pew pew.
one or two is probably a better idea. And then we just might spread the idea out a little bit.
Yeah.
So this is a big thing. Obviously, everyone's talking about AI in education because they're concerned about kids cheating and like all of these different pieces. And there's all kinds of ways you can use it for good, but we don't want to twist it to be bad and back and forth and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to share a couple of really awesome tools that are fantastic for educators, for teachers, and you might find some just to help save you some time. I think is what our first one will just be, a time saver, which will be fantastic. And then another one, just like a tool for older students. So
Cool.
the first tool that you actually just used for part of our intro today, it is called MagicSchool.ai.
MagicSchool.ai. Wait.
MagicSchool.ai.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Turn it off. Okay.
Oh my goodness. So
So fun.
Magic School, as a teacher, you sign up. It'll sign up through Google and single sign on. And it is free. They have a piece, like if you want an extended kind of thing, they're working on. There will be a paid version, but there will still be lots of tools available for teachers for free. And they're also actually looking at schools if there's schools interested in doing like a full staff kind of deal. But the cool thing about Magic School is that it has over 50 different tools to help educators with planning and organization and quick generators and things like that, just to make your life easier. I know as a teacher, there's lots of things that we are required to do on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And we want to focus on our kids and doing awesome things in our classroom. And sometimes like certain steps, just we do them, but it takes up time. So I feel like Magic School is a great way to save some time. And there's some awesome generators and creators that it's still taking your information and your ideas. It's just kind of helping you out and giving you a baseline to start from. So when you sign yourself in, and it walks you through every step of the process, which I really appreciate. There's like 10 little steps. Like, here's this, try this, here's this, try this, here's this. And then you're like, oh, boom, try a tool.
Yep.
And they have a little chat bot that will help you if you're really stuck. Go figure. The AI has a chat bot that'll help you out.
That's cool.
But it has all kinds of cool tools. So do you want to talk about the tool that you just used first? Because
Oh, yeah.
there's all of these boxes. There's like there's over 50 different tools that you can pick and choose. So you were excited for this one.
Yes, it was the teacher joke generator, and it is pretty cool. What you do is you select your grade level. So I'm going to select kindergarten, and then give me an animal.
Otter.
An otter. Okay, perfect. All right. So I typed an otter into the customization, and here we go. Why did the otter bring a backpack to school?
Why?
Because he wanted to carry his utterly important books.
Aww.
Then what did the otter say to his teacher?
I don't know. What?
I don't know. Can I have some otter time to finish my homework? Otter. So
Nice.
not all of them land.
But if you have a question of the day or a slide of the day or something like that, you can definitely build that in to your day. Like
want to
just
do a little icebreaker in the morning.
Yeah.
Get the kids laughing.
Well, and I know a lot of our teachers have like a slide of the day up. It's like, here's the things we're going to cover. Here's a little thought of the day, like that kind of thing.
Mhm.
That's one of the many tools. I'm most excited about the rubric generator because I don't know about all of you, but I create lots of rubrics and I've done many of them over my career. Like I can create a rubric, but sometimes the wording of rubrics gets difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure that you're aligning with your standards and all kinds of stuff. So you click on the little rubric generator box. You pick your grade level. So again, grade levels, I think you kind of point this out, but you can go kindergarten all the way through college level. So I'm going to pick a tough one. Let's do 10th grade. And then you can drop your standard or objective straight into the box.
Mm-hmm.
So pulling standard, it's a compare and contrast standard. I just pulled it right out of like the Wisconsin, out of the Common Core standards. Drop the standard in, give yourself a title. So it's going to be a writing rubric and going to type that in. And then assignment description. So you can like write your directions in there if you'd like to. And then on a point scale. So it's a 3, 4, or 5 point scale. And then additional customization. So maybe additional directions or categories or arguments, whatever you need. You hit generate. And once you hit generate, it then creates the rubric for you and you watch it like fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
And what's awesome about this is it's still creating because it pulled all the different pieces I needed to.
Okay.
It's a 4-point rubric. Criteria is going under understanding of text and structures, analysis of meaning and style, organization and clarity, grammar and conventions. The breakdown, like student demonstrates a thorough understanding of the structure of the text and effectively compares and contrasts them, highlighting how the different structures contribute to the meaning and style. That's a 4. A 1, the student demonstrates a limited understanding of structured text. And it goes on and on. Rubric, done. Title is there. My directions are there. The additional information is there. Now, I have had some rubric creators before, but the biggest piece is like, how do you get the rubric from a creator?
Yep.
Even if it's just like, sometimes they just have like format creators for you.
Right.
What do you do? So the cool thing is it has a little button that you click on and it will take the structure, it will copy it, and it allows you as the whole thing to paste it into a Google Doc, into a Microsoft 360 document. It will let you move the whole rubric without messing with the formatting and everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you can drop into Google Doc and then you can edit it. So a lot of times I've been able to like make like Rubistar. Like there's certain ones where you can make a rubric.
It's like an image
and you got
or
to
something.
move it and then you got to mess with it again. And this lets you like allows you to edit your own stuff. So
great.
Not that this is going to be like the end all, and this might be not complicated enough for what I need, or maybe I need to restructure this a little bit, but it's a starting point. And for that, for your brain, saves you at least a half an hour of like processing and changing things and adding information, stuff like that. The other piece to the rubric, which I really like, is that on the bottom, you can choose to shorten things. So it'll shorten it up for you and give you a shorter version of it. Because if it's too wordy, it summarizes it. Or once it's done, because I just hit the shorten, it's rewriting me another rubric.
Yep.
So now I have 2 versions of the rubric, which is fun. You can have questions. So you click the questions button. It then will generate for you questions, multiple choice or free response questions based on the rubric that you created.
Wow.
So like this is how you're going to assess it. These are the things that it's going to assess on. So then it creates that piece for you if you need a starting point. And then there's a beta version where you can take this rubric and you can translate it. So I want this translated into
Portuguese.
That's actually an option. Okay, Portuguese. So now it is taking the rubric that I created, double checked whatever I needed to make adjustments to, and now it is putting it in Portuguese.
That's crazy.
And like for our students that we need to adjust like leveling of our writing for them, we need to adjust language, support when we need to, like it's all here. And you don't have to spend hours and hours redoing work. You can take this as a starting point and then you have it. And then you can use it.
Yeah. And
it's amazing. To me, it's just like, I mean, I know AI can do this. I've used AI in various formats, and I think I use it as a tool to support all of kinds of kids and stuff.
Mhm.
But holy cow, is this a huge time saver.
And this one is meant and made for teachers specifically.
Correct.
And students. It has things like a SAT test practice generator. And there are 53 different tools that are in here. And it looks like they're creating new ones all the time.
Yeah.
Like one of the cool ones that's up on the top left right now is called the YouTube video question generator.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, like, let's say you have a YouTube video that like a history video that you watch in class. I popped one in called World War II short version.
Nice.
From Geohistory. And I pasted that. I put number of questions. I selected 3, question type, multiple choice. You can choose true or false or free response. And then you paste in the video URL. And it came up with 3 questions. What event led to the rise of the Nazi Party in Germany? The economic crisis caused by the Wall Street crash, the signing of the Treaty of Versailles, the invasion of Poland, the assassination of Adolf Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me 3 others with an answer key.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all like, which countries formed the Axis powers during World War II? Germany, Italy, and Japan.
Yeah. So it gives you like the questions that go along with it. So you can, that's awesome.
The only thing that I see with this is that, at least in this, all the answers were A. So you may want to make sure
mix
when
it
you're
up a bit.
looking at it. But
throw it into a booklet, and then you got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, no, I bet you can.
Yeah.
You can. But imagine how much time that saves you of putting that together. And if you like select even more questions, if you don't want that many, you can pick and choose.
And the other thing is too, like, this is like a starting point. It's not like you're going to like kick this out and be like, here you go, kids, and not look at it. Like obviously to me, like these are tools, folks, but also you need to check to make sure that they're aligned with whatever you're teaching.
Mm-hmm.
But like just going through the list of things, they have like a unit plan generator.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they have a math story word problem creator. So write custom math word story problems, because that's half of it. Like you got the numbers the kids need practice, but you always need like different, you got to mix it up, like different things that they're learning from. They have team building and icebreaker virtual in-person meetings. So they have different options. They have like a song generator. They have coaches, sports practice. Like they have things for all different subject areas. There's like 3-dimensional science assessments. So that way they're aligned with NGSS standards. They have an email family friendly tool that you can generate professional email communication with families and translate it into multiple languages so you can reach all the families that you need to. They have a class newsletter tool. Hooray, because those always take forever.
Mm-hmm.
They have clear directions. Take a set of directions that you've created and make them more concise and sequential.
Oh, yeah.
I run into that all the time. People are like, hey, can you read this for me? I'm like, wow, you have so much awesome information here, but I don't even know where to begin. Like this will organize your thoughts for you. I feel like that is a tool that many people need.
Yep. I used the science lab generator.
Uh-huh.
And so I just typed in it, eighth grade science lab description. I just put zoology/bugs. I don't know. And it like asked for additional context and standards to align to, but I didn't fill that in.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me an introduction about the lab. It gave me the materials, like 10 different materials: bug collecting kit, magnifying glasses, microscopes, lab coats, aprons, gloves, goggles, etc. Then the lab procedure, 10 steps, the lab safety measures, like remind students not to touch their faces or mouths while handling bugs, reflection questions, an assessment, and then the standards that are addressed.
Nice.
Yeah. So obviously
and it's all there.
So
and you talked about too, like there's SAT reading questions and like practice test stuff. Like there's just so many different tools here that just make your life a little easier.
Yeah.
The other piece that I want to point out is, so you've got all these magic tools, you create all this stuff. There's the little AI coach there. And then where does it go? So it says output history. And that is where you will find all the things that you have created. So like in my output history, I can go back, I can find my regular rubric, I can find my condensed rubric, and I can find my rubric in Portuguese. So it is all kept there. I created jokes earlier. I did a rubric generator with the quiz questions. All of that will align, and you will find it in your output history. So it is all there for you in your account.
Very cool.
Check out Magic School AI, Magic Tools, and see how it can help you, see how it can make your life a little easier and support things for your classroom and help you focus on your kids instead of the creation of stuff.
MagicSchool.ai.
I feel like it needs a theme song or something like Magic School.
Schooled Magic School.
Yeah, but you can't use like the Magic School Bus song.
Oh.
You have to like be very careful.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
Copyright or content.
Maybe you could just find some buttons to push and it would just communicate that to us.
Probably could do that.
We're good. Or not. So, MagicSchool.ai, check it out. We do have one other AI tool to talk about today.
Okay.
This one was actually suggested by the eldest child in our house.
Oh, our eldest child who's off in college.
She's off at college. And she's like, hey, have you heard about this one? You should talk about this in your podcast. I'm like, okay. She actually gave me 2 or 3, but I'm just mentioning one today because she got very excited when, I don't know, she just got very excited. Maybe missed me and sent me a text message.
That's nice.
It is called Notion.
Notion.
Notion.so.
Notion.so.
Notion.so. So, Notion.so. Notion. It's Notion. Okay.
It's Notion.
It's Notion.
So.
It's Notion.so. So this is another AI generator and creator. This setup is very different. So I will point out that while Magic School is very much for education, this Notion is going to be very much an AI creator of organization and lists of things.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You sign in with your account. It's really easy to use. Looks like just a giant white space. And you click on the little start writing with AI, little magic sparkle button. But what's cool about this one that's different, and she has found it really helpful for her organizational skills, is that there are templates to work from. So like you can make yourself, it will help you create a to-do list. It will help you create, there's a bunch of different examples where there's different templates to use. So there's like a to-do list template, a project and task template, meetings, docs, and to me, this one would definitely be like probably high school age kids. Not that middle school couldn't use it. I just don't think they'd be as engaged with it. This is more like organizing your life using AI.
Yeah.
And as a teacher, this might be helpful for you. They have calendar setups for tools. They have design portfolio tools and design critique tools and all kinds of stuff. So they have all of these templates that you can work from. They also have where you can just create a table, a board, a timeline, a list, or a gallery. So you can choose whatever format you want, and then AI like plugs itself in.
Okay.
So if I want a suggested reading list, I'm going to type in reading list into my title. Then I want AI to give me a reading list, right? About a reading list that are mysteries. And the AI will now go through and give me a reading list. If you're a fan of thrilling suspense stories, mysteries are a perfect genre for you. Dive into the world of crimes, clever detectives, and puzzling plot twists with these captivating reads. And then it gives me a book list. Gone Girl, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Da Vinci Code, and Where Were They Now? And Silent Patient, which are all kind of like classic mystery stories. If I typed in, I want a different list and I want contemporary middle school fiction, and then I click the magic button, it's going to then write me a list of middle school fiction stories. So what's really cool about this is that it will go through and create me lists of things that I would like to know more about. It also has the option of giving you templates for like a reading list. So they have one built in there for you. And then with your reading list, you can choose, you can rate them, you can assign things, there can be dates and when you completed it. You can create like a whole journal thing based on that. So this one's really cool with Notion is that it will use AI, but it's not as specific as Magic School, like a generator.
Yeah.
But this will like support your life plans. So if you're looking for lists for reading or looking for calendar organization, or if you're looking for creating like an organizational tool because you're in charge of a club or a sport. This would help you organize that, create your list, and then it easily drops dates and times and stuff in there. So it keeps you all organized and things are beautiful.
Cool.
And there's even journal entries where it gives you it will create your list. And then from your daily entry, you can then edit your daily entry and then it keeps track and it will drop them all open for you and it'll suck them all together. So you can expand and you can shrink things. So you can document your life in a journal and it keeps everything there organized for you. And then you can help sort it and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, Notion's got a lot of cool options. It works differently because everything's not spelled out for you. It's more like choose to use the AI as you would find it most useful for you.
Sure.
So that's why I feel like older students would find it helpful. And she's super excited about it because she's collecting all of her college work in it. So
yeah, that's good.
So there you go. It also helps you with things like writing to sound more professional and making better life choices in your writing choices. So it sounds better. So there you go. Magic School, Notion.
Which is magical.
So
yes.
Notion. So
all very awesome
robots.
Yes. And here to help you and make your life easier, not to take over the world.
But I could if I wanted to.
Yes, that's fantastic. My students are very concerned about that. So I told them it's going to be okay. We'll see. Maybe this is going to turn into the Matrix. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
But for now, these are really great tools and they're super helpful.
They are.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on the app formerly known as Twitter, X, and at SmartenWI, or on Threads. And if you want to get more information on the links to the technology discussed on this episode, you can visit smartenwi.com, or you can find me on Facebook too. If you'd like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee or two. Visit buymeacoffee.com/smartenwi, or visit smartenwi.com and click on that cute little purple coffee cup. Your donations help keep the show going. New episodes each week. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
The ideas and opinions expressed on this podcast and the Smarten WI website are those of the author, Shanna Martin, and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies we've discussed in this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as described, but we hope they do. And we'll talk to you next time here on the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast.